Welcome to another Save the World video. Today we're going to be talking about the new weapon, the Dirge song, and oh man. But first I would like to talk about the v11.20 update, which is a massive update. This is by far, and hear me when I say this is by far the best update that Save the World has gotten. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but thank you for the developers at Epic Games for doing something that they haven't done in a very long time. I don't think I have enjoyed anything like this competitive for a while. This is seriously challenging, from the dungeon to the Mythic Storm King, which if you thought the one in Battle Royale was tough, oh, they got something for you. The Mythic Storm King, you have to be a power level 122, and you have to defend the storm shield in your home base from defensive 6, and that's about it. Also in the 140 zone, defeat 2 epic bosses, and if you can't do that, then unfortunately you won't be able to access these mythic weapons that you will receive. And I'm a 121 right now, but believe me, next week I will do the Mythic Storm King review. If not, then it'll be a couple of weeks from now, but I'll definitely get to 122. I was a little negative in my previous video that I said that we haven't been getting enough updates lately, which is completely not true. We have gotten a lot of great things this year compared to last year. I felt like this year we've got a lot of great stuff. I mean, 2 of the best weapons are currently in the game right now that came out this year, and those 2 precise weapons are the Spectral Blade and the Pulsar 9000. Those 2 weapons are recommended if you're going to a higher power level, and you're going to need it. But we're not here to talk about weapons. We're here to talk about one precise weapon, and that one precise weapon is the latest weapon that just recently came out, the Dirge song. Now this is actually power level 140, and this is how it shoots. So as you clearly see, the fire rate on the weapon is not as satisfying. However, it's a pretty useful weapon at times. The only thing about it is, as I mentioned, the black metal weapon set is just overall not a good weapon set because of the elements that you can add. The only elements you could do is the fire one and just the basic one, and that's about it. Would I recommend you perking this up? No, not at all. I only did it for the video, and that's about it, but it's still just not as satisfying as other weapons. I will say though, it is definitely the best weapon in the black metal weapon set. Like, prove me wrong, but there is actually not a very powerful weapon from the black metal weapon set other than the SMG, which is the one that I'm currently using. This SMG here does have a pretty accurate damage, especially when you're going against other elements, but it is not recommended when you're in the higher zones. Do not do it, especially when you're facing a lot of mist monsters and, you know, higher advantages that could do more damage than you're actually doing to them. It is not a bad weapon though. I just don't like the fact that you take damage every often and every 6 seconds, you know, just the entire black metal weapon set. But this one is definitely not the worst. Like, this is actually the best. This is the best weapon from this weapon set, and I could see myself enjoying it. At first I was regretting this entire thing with the weapon set and also modifying the perk, but after using it quite often, especially if you're going to the lower levels of Twine Peaks and Canyon Valley, it is definitely useful. I actually enjoy myself using it at times. However, it's just not a satisfying weapon to use, and honestly, there's nothing much to do for it, so therefore it's just not that good. The looks of the weapon is pretty dope and pretty sick. I like the look of the weapon as if when you're upgrading it, and as long as you have it on crit damage, then it's definitely going to have a lot of impact, especially that fire rate, and the fire rate is pretty decent and solid with the weapon, and that's why I like it. But honestly, do not perk this up. It's not a weapon that you could use on higher zones that could be useful. It's just a weapon I have fun with at the end of the day, and it's just overall a okay weapon at times, just not as good. That's about it. Honestly, Epic Games did something very satisfying here, and this is our time now. This is Save the World's time, baby. Nothing can ever take this away from us, and this is our time. You could get free rewards from the dungeon if you fail or pass the mission. It doesn't matter, but if you pass, you get more rewards, basically. And if you do all 4 dungeons in the power level 140, you could actually get a banner to show off to anyone who hasn't done it or won't do it. Even if they're low level, just show it off, to your friends. It doesn't matter, and cause I definitely will. But the only issue that I had with the v11.20 patch would have to be that not many power levels that are below could actually access these mythic weapons, and that's the only problem that I actually have. And I had more before, but over times I just got used. But what I would change and what I would want from Epic is to keep this permanent. I don't want it to be just limited time. I want everyone to get a chance to do this Mythic Storm King, including myself, because I just need one more power level to make it up there. But other than that, then that's about it. I'm not asking for too much, just for them to leave it permanent for all the players that would love to get a chance to take this weapon. Because let's think about it like this: how many people actually play Save the World? Compare that with Battle Royale players. We don't have that many people on Save the World if we compare it to Battle Royale. I think it's a better chance of us getting it now, the ones that actually play Save the World and are trying their best to make it to the higher power levels, than the ones that absolutely aren't doing anything. And that's what I will want for Epic to do. Just leave this permanent, since there hasn't been a great massive update in a very long time in Save the World. So just what I would want is just to leave this permanent, because it's just fun. The dungeon, I understand, like that's just something for like the Fortnite Mirrors event. That's fine. But the Twine Peak Mythic Storm King, I would love that to be permanent. Because, you only get one weapon at a time when you're doing it anyways. I've seen gameplays of it, and it is tough. It is very tough. I've seen so many people doing it. They've completed it, but they have died. I saw this streamer that played it before, and he rarely dies in match. He don't even die if he's playing like 140 matches. This guy just absolutely got murdered within 1 or 2 minutes of the match. I'm just like, wow, this is actually tough. So in about a week or two, I might do the mythic weapon reviews. Well, just one weapon, or just talk about the mythic weapons overall. But honestly, it is just insane. Like, I absolutely love what they did here. But that is all I'm saying. Just leave this permanent, and I will be extremely happy about that. I don't have to wait, because everyone does different things, and not everyone's at the same pace. And I know they say they were working on that whole no one's at Twine Peak situation, and them arranging the matches to let us know are these players at. And I really thank them for that. I also thank them for this incredible patch. I hope there's more in the future, but this is the best they've ever done, and I absolutely love what they did here. Thank you, Epic Games. Thank you. There's also this sick collab they did with Battle Breakers, and I'd say it's incredible that they allow you to access this free hero. Her name's Razor, and in order to access this hero, you must have to go on the website of Epic Games. It should be the first thing that pops up. If not, let me know. I'll send a link in the description. And this is what should pop up after you go on the Epic Games website, Battle Breakers. You would have to click on it, of course. If not, like I said, let me know. But once you click on that, this should be the next thing that pops up. Now, on the left side, since I already installed it, it will say uninstall if you want to after it. But on the right side, it will say install. Now, they're going to ask you certain things. Well, they're going to suggest you do these certain things in order to get into it, and I'll send more details in the description, definitely, if you're having a hard time doing that. But that is about it, and from there, this should be what pops up on the screen once you successfully access Battle Breakers. You restart your system, and this is what should pop up once you successfully complete up to level 20 is what you have to do in order to access this hero. This is the team perk I'm currently using for this hero because Blast from the Past is the most important perk in Save the World that you would need, and in order to get this perk you must need a mythic hero. There is mythic heroes that will give you these perks and keep it permanent. These heroes will allow you to, increase your chances of completing matches that are, higher chances of you not actually completing them. It will also increase your chances against mist monsters since your health would decrease a massive amount. Unless if you have the Blast from the Past team perk, it will help you and your team. So definitely recommend it. It is the best in the game in my personal opinion. I really love the perk and it will help you a lot. Without being said, this is the best, and I mean the best update of Save the World we've ever gotten. I am honestly happy that they done something that no one ever thought would happen, and is a great update for Save the World, and fans could honestly say the same thing. We all really appreciate that, and honestly we haven't gotten anything like this in over a year, since the Fortnite mirrors. Everything else was just heroes and weapons, but this seems like a complete whole turnaround. We're allowed to have cosmetic, change our weapons the way they look. Personally, I don't really like it as much because I think the weapons in Save the World are completely fine the way how they are. But people enjoying it. I tried it before and it was decent, it was alright, but everything else was just meh. But yeah, you're allowed to change your weapon. Yeah, I don't understand why it took them so long, but it's just the job is done. They did a good job. The only thing I would want now is for them to leave the Mythic Storm King in Twine Peaks. Honestly, that's all I want. Just leave it in Twine Peaks. Let other players get a chance that are low levels, that are still in Canny Valley, trying their best to get it. And yeah, honestly, this is just big for us Save the World fans. I'm going to continue grinding up to 122, and believe me when I say this, you will see a mythic weapon review by next week, possibly, since I got nothing better else to do for this channel. I mean, this channel is completely gone. I don't game no more, I don't do none of that. So yeah, this is just what I'm doing for now as for fun. Let me know, how do you feel about this update? Was it good? Leave a like or a comment down below. What are your thoughts? And I will see you around next week. And I know it will be challenging in order to access these mythic weapons. You also need a good team and a lot of communication. Other than that, good luck and peace.